morning, guys. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to shoot this video because this means all my attempts yesterday had failed. So let me tell you what yesterday was like. Yesterday I spent 3 to 4 hours chasing a bull, the infamous bull I've been talking about, off our property. Because, you know, I'm still working on the fence line. Still have a couple gaps in it, but I finally finished the fence yesterday. And as I was going out there to close off the wash area, the wash didn't have a fence on it. So somehow I figured a bull got in that way, right? Because there laying in the path when I was going down to the end of the fence line was a bull. The bull that we've been hearing. So I followed this bull. I kind of pushed him on, yelled at him a bunch of times, tell him to move along, and he went down and disappeared on the hill. And so I got down to the wash, and there I see the bull on the other side of the property line. And so I'm like, all right, cool, I can close him off and shut this fence and keep him out, right? So I can finish the fence. I lock him out. There's no way a bull can get in, and I find a second bull. So I have to cut a hole in my fence, and I'm chasing this bull around for like a good portion of 2 hours and yelling at him, whistling at him. And long story short, I get him on the other side of our fence line eventually. So I close that off. And all's happy. I'm assured that this bull is no longer on our property, and I can finish the fence and lock everything out. And this morning I'm having my coffee. We hear a couple grunts. And guess what? Mr. El Bulle has returned. And this might be a journey, guys. We'll see how this turns out. I might end up spending another 3 hours chasing this guy. Correction. Both bulls that I chased out of here yesterday are back. Oh man. And we contacted the only neighbor we know that have cows and bulls, and they assure us that the tags and the brandings don't match their cows. So this is the rancher to the south of us' bulls. They're the ones we hear every night grunting down by the wash. And I warned you guys, I said, if I don't get this fence done soon, those bulls are gonna come on up to the trailer. And one of the bulls did actually walk up to the trailer. And I was yelling and everything to Keri, stay inside, stay inside. Oh, well, if I had my phone yesterday, you guys would have got some really good video. It would have been an awesome video, actually. But it's really hard chasing bulls in the desert because it's bad enough you walk slow and meticulous so you don't step on a rattlesnake, right? But you're also looking for the bulls to make sure they're not hiding on you and trying to do some negative things to you. It is their land after all. I mean, I just purchased the rights to this place, but these guys probably been roaming around since they're little heifers, right? But they're walking along, they're going along. I'm not cutting any more holes in the fence, so these guys are like ninjas though. Oh, here he is. These guys are like ninjas. He's not a small bull either. He's one of those Black Angus. Probably weighs as much as my car, if not close to it. But you can see I'm going down here. I don't have all the stripes of a cowboy. I'm a city slicker, moved out here, and now I'm having to figure out how to get these guys off the property so I can, like I said, I had to cut a hole in the fence to get this guy out of here. And he must hear me coming because he's just walking away. He's going on his way. We'll leave this camera rolling in case he bucks me in the air and, you know, you see a remnant of what's left of me. They seem to get really upset when I whistle at them. Like they'll stop and raise their tail up and they start snorting at me. And when I yell at them, they seem to walk away. So I'm trying to figure out what the rancher probably trained him, if he had any commands for him or if he just released him out here and let him go. But you know, I got to be kind of cautious because these guys are like ninjas. Like if I turn my back on them, they are completely hidden. Like I can't see them at all. They're pure black. Everything out here is green, but the shadows can be pretty black. There's one of them. Oh, there's two of them. Okay. I may get lucky. Oh man, it's bad enough I didn't know they were homeboys. But right here, guys, this is where I had to cut my fence open. I had to cut it open and I was hoping that I'd herd them through there, but guess what? I'm not a professional rancher. I don't know what I'm doing. I've been yelling and whistling at these guys. They seem to get mad. Gotta be honest with you guys. I've already shut up all the gates and all the fences, so I don't know how I'm getting these guys out. I basically have to figure out how they got in to begin with. But, oh yeah, they're heading on down the trail again. So we'll follow them. I want to see if they're gonna bring me back to how they got in here. And also, I gotta watch out for rattlers, right? Because we've already seen a few now. Seen big ones, seen some small ones. I don't want to get bit, then bucked by a bull, you know? I gotta be cautious because, like I said, they hide. And they're kind of hard to see. Like he could be behind this bush and I wouldn't even see him. And these guys, they appear to be slow. But if they want to move fast, they very well can. We got 4 rows of barbed wire up on this side. We knew that this side would be a problem just because we know that it's frequented. This is the only access onto the property right now because all the other 3 sides are sealed up. But what I'm thinking is that the rancher's gates, the rancher's gate has a flaw in it somewhere, so I'm gonna go up there today and see if I can find how they're getting in, because I have the wash shut up pretty good. Shoot, man, it's like on an African safari or something, and they're super close. So yeah, they're not tiny and they stop walking, so they're definitely not afraid of me. And they're snorting. Good times. I am going to cross over my fence, so that way I have a buffer between them and I. If they do charge, I do not want to be on that side of the fence. So I'm crossing over into the wash. And I think I know where they're going. We actually sacrificed a bunch of property here because we didn't want to put the fence line in this wash because we didn't want to have to replace this fence all the time. But let me show you. Yesterday when I found out these bulls were down here, I closed off this wash with this temporary fence, but enough to keep them from coming in. I don't see where they came in on this side, but I don't see the bulls anymore. They walk so fast, you basically gotta follow their tracks to figure out where they went. Oh, just like that, they disappeared. See, I stopped for 2 seconds and they're completely gone. They walk faster than me. They definitely keep a pace. There he is. Okay, he's stopped. He's looking at me. He thinks he's king of the mountain. They are the biggest thing out here though, so. All right, so I located them again. This is, see how that stump over there looks like a bowl? It's not a bowl, but that's how easy they blend in. I'm on the other side of the fence. This would be my neighbor's property that I'm on, because I don't want to get pummeled by two bowls. Oh, there they are. Okay, so that's my property there. They're just hanging out. I think they're pretty cool. They're teasing me now. I think these things are way smarter than you would suspect. But as long as I keep talking, they keep walking. You must be brothers, at least from another mother. Yeah, I don't get paid enough to do this stuff, guys. Actually, I don't get paid at all. But I'm hoping my last two strands down there only have 2 strands of barbed wire on it. So I'm hoping that that's how they got in, because I plan on finishing that today. But I also want to get them off my property. So see how I'm slipping this fence video in for you guys? Keep it interesting. Yeah, those are some big beasties. Big boys. They don't look that big on TV and all that stuff, right? When I was a kid, I worked on dairy farms and stuff, but compared to these cows, these bulls, those dairy cows are tiny. Well, let's see where they're gonna walk to, because this is the very southern corner of my property. This is where the old rancher's gate meets our gate, our fence. And I'm hoping that that's how they got in, is right up in that corner. And if they did, I will proceed to get on the other side of this gate ASAP. I'm hoping it's that easy. Oh, there they go, under the fence. They're gonna try to get under that fence. That must have been how they got in. Oh, I see them. Yeah, they're trying to get out. Shoot. They definitely got in that way. And how they got past the rancher's gate, that thing's so old, it's probably 100 years old. We may at one time have to put in some, I don't know, guys, is that a female and a bull? Hard to tell. I don't really want to get that close to find out. But I think that's definitely how they got in. I think. No, they're both bulls. They don't know how to squat. Ooh, he's getting mad. He does not like me. Come on, get under it. Oh man, he's looking at me like I said the wrong words. I don't really want to get any closer though. Yeah, looks like he's made that choice for me. Yeah. Mr. 5117, I'll remember that number in case he gets on here again. He's going down. Maybe he's going to show me the other way they got in. But they're definitely got in through that corner. So 3 strands, guys. I got down to like 2 T-posts and I only had enough wire to do 2 wires. So obviously that wasn't enough. And big guy down there, he's walking down to the wash. We'll see what he does about that, because I think that's the other way they got in. I may just open up this corner here. At least I know I can drive them out eventually. if I just do what I just did with you guys. This does not make me an official cowboy, by the way. I think I need a horse to qualify for that. Maybe 48 acres of fencing isn't enough to qualify as that. And I've only been out here for a while, so you know, that's a lifestyle. I've only been out here for a little while, so I can't call myself a cowboy just yet. But I'm gonna follow them down to the wash and see if they got in maybe a different way. So here we go. Rancher's Gate. This back when they made real steel wire. That thing's still tight too. But it's only like 3 feet tall. And then there's my gate. Modernism. They pushed over this T-post. I imagine that's how they got in, is they just slid underneath this. So I'm gonna remove this first T-post so that we have at least a doorway, an entranceway that they can get back out of here. And I think if I can push them up this direction, we might get them off of here finally. Just gotta look out for those flaws, right? Amateur hour here. Beautiful day, huh? So, see if I can show you. It's pretty bright. I just pulled back this fence away from the rancher's fence. I gave like a 3-foot opening here, enough for their big old bellies to fit through. But the thing is, they didn't walk down to the wash. They walked out to the mesquite, and they're gonna start eating over there for a while. So the only way I can chase them back up this way, they're right here, right? So the only way I can get them back up here is if I walk all the way down there, past the wash, come back around and chase them this way with my soothing voice, right? Or I can risk it and go, I guess I could go on that side of the rancher's fence, walk all the way down and come around back here and chase them back this way. But I don't think, I'm gonna walk down and show you the other way they were getting in here and how I repaired that. So bear with me for a sec. And the other thing is, I'm gonna have to come down here now, and I really didn't want to come down here because my knees are all jacked up, but I'm gonna have to come down here once I push them out and seal that gate off, obviously. But yesterday when I chased them out, I had already blocked off this wash down here, so I'm thinking that they actually jumped this fence. They found a soft spot in the fence. I gotta turn around and make sure nothing's following me, you know? So those guys will creep up on you. Super ninja cows. And there they are. They're just down there doing their thing. And I'm still watching out for rattlesnakes. Multitasking. They're just down there, happy as can be. I think they're actually, if a cow could laugh, they're laughing at me for sure, because they're like, ah, you can't keep us out. I also got to be very careful because when I get down to that wash, there could be more of them hanging out down here. That's where I saw them before, so I don't want to be spooking those guys. And when you look into that brush, there's a lot of dark spots that they could be there. But I'm hoping that it's just these two. One's much, much bigger than the other. One's probably on its 2nd year. The other one's probably just on its 1st year. But yes, they're fighting. I want to see if there's any holes in my fencing that I did down here. I basically just repaired the rancher's gate where the wash had taken it out. Let me show you this. Find a way down here. I didn't want to do this early in the morning, guys. I seriously did not want to. I was like, Keri, I'm taking the day off. I'm gonna work on the gate, but I did not want to work on the fence. So I'm creeping down here under the mesquite, under the acacia, and oh, so I think they busted through right there, guys. Let me double check, make sure there's no bowls down this wash. I don't see them, but they hide really well. They'll run up here when they see me. Okay, so I did repair this yesterday, and it appears they busted through both of the things that I fixed. So I had put logs up here, crisscrossing, logs here, crisscrossing, and they have gone right through it like it was nothing. So it might not have been my gate up in the corner that they got through. It was definitely this part here that they got through. So I'm gonna have to come back here with wire and do this right. All right, so no use trying to chase them out right now until I fix this. That's just my opinion. So in other words, I'm not gonna chase them around anymore right now. And right now I'm more concerned with getting out of here without one of them jumping down this wash and beating me to death. So anyhow, let's see. Better lighting. This is the rancher's old 100-year-old fix, or whatever you want to call that. And typically you want to put a breakaway fence in these washes so that when the water comes down it breaks away, but you're easily able to repair it. But I don't know if you can make out all these bowl tracks here. These bowl tracks, they're just the two of them, I think. I mean, there might be more. I hear the females at night, but I think that's from a different flock, herd of cattle. But yes, I'm gonna have to go get some barbed wire. I'm gonna have to come back and fix this because 100-pound logs obviously aren't gonna stop them. They just push through that like butter, right? Both sides, they're just taunting me. To a 2,000-pound beast, that's nothing, right? But I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna head back to our campsite, and I'm gonna go get some barbed wire. I really don't want to walk a quarter mile there and a quarter mile back to get this stuff, but you know, this is going to be a never-ending thing, and each day I look out, they're a little bit closer to our campsite, and like I said, I don't want them down there because I have a feeling once they get down there, they're going to start rubbing up against everything, eating our baby trees, and I don't think I want to be that close to be chasing them out of there either. So the plan is this. Okay, we got a plan. We're gonna go back there and fix that wash first, that wash fencing. I'm gonna put up a couple rows of fencing wire, and then I'm going to try to chase them up to that southern corner where I opened up, release that T-post, right? I'm gonna see if I can push them in there and then somehow temporarily close off that gate, and I hope that that's the end of our bowl issues, our bowl crap. They're so fast. You saw how they went from that corner fence line down to where I walked down to the wash, and they had already made it back all the way over here, which is the halfway point to the property, to the campsite. And they can sneak up on you fast. Like, I'm 6'5", I walk fairly fast, I got pretty long pace, and these guys are doubling my speed, so you gotta watch behind me and make sure they're not sneaking up. I'm gonna go tell Keri my findings and get rid of this jacket, and we will. Yeah, they're just out there grazing. They're happy for sure. I think they're even happier because they're getting one of those things that they can't have, you know? Some people out there, if they can't have it, they desire it even more, you know? I think that's what's going on with these bulls. They're like, hey, somebody doesn't want us over here. Let's go there again tomorrow. Maybe they'll go tell their friends if I don't fix this. Guess what?
What?
The bull's on the fence line.
Which side?
Our side.
He's a stubborn one, isn't he?
Yeah. Alright, so they're back on the property.
Yeah.
I just spent an hour chasing them around. Looks like they got in through the wash. All those logs and everything I stacked up on the wash on the southern side where the rancher's gate is, they basically compromised it and went right through. No problem at all. The south corner, they were trying to get out underneath the fence there, but they couldn't get out. So I moved a T-post out of the way, and then they went down to the wash. So
yeah, we've never obviously really dealt with cows before. They seem to be pretty stubborn, and I was saying I have a funny feeling that the more you try to keep them out of an area, the more they want to go in there, because I think they're curious probably about what's going on over here, and this is probably an area that they've easily accessed for a long period of time, and they're not really happy that they can't get up in this area. So
yeah, they're definitely we're teasing them by cutting them off, like I was kind of talking to you guys about. So my idea, I was kind of talking to the audience about this, so I'm going to go down there. I'm going to rewire. I didn't really wire the wash. I just stacked a bunch of logs in front of it and they pushed it over like it was nothing. I'm going to wire that up and then put the logs back on and see if that helps any. And then I'm going to try to herd them out that southern corner where the rancher gate meets our gate.
all right.
So that's the plans. Any of you guys know about bulls and cows? You a rancher out there? Maybe you want to leave a little message in the box below.
Yeah.
While I go and get my arse kicked by two boys.
Hopefully not.
Starsky and Hutch. There is my last. I've got some hanging on the fence down there. You guys probably saw it as we were walking around. But I got this little slinky left. And I'm hoping that will do. So I don't want to buy any more of this stuff. Don't want to buy any more. It's really not fun walking around with it either. But we're out to slay the dragon. Off to get Fat Bastards. You know the Austin Powell movie? Fat Bastards. Y'all didn't know that I collect hats, right? This has got to be the biggest hat on the planet that you can find. I decided to put this one on to make me look like a big bull. This is some man against beast stuff here. By Crocky. Remember that guy? I guess that's not a good example because he ended up dying from one of those manta rays in the ocean, messing with them, you know? He was messing with those little guys. They stuck him and he died. I don't want to be leaving this world as an example like that. Messing with the El Boles, the Fat Bastards, Starsky and Hutches, and getting my butt thrown into the fence, right? I got a lot of projects to do. I can't be dying this early in life. Got a lot of things to do. But I gotta be careful. I'm gonna turn off the camera and go find these guys. Maybe they're smart and they just leave. But my intentions, I gotta get past. I gotta get down there without being seen, or at least get by them without being too close, and fix that fence. And then try to chase them out. Stay here. I should be all right going down the wash, way down there and fixing that fence. But I am gonna have to watch my back, for sure. just to make it a mess for them to just look at it and say, hell no. Hell no, I'm not crossing that. That is too much of a pain.